Welcome back to part number 23 of my Imperator Rome playthrough as Rome. We are headed back from this engagement. I had my vassal Velorum annex much of Arvernia. We took this tiny province here. I was going to war. I had a claim that hit with Verbiginia, but I decided we didn't have the time, and in fact we're running a bit late as it is. I stopped by here, picked up a merc. We just got this morale of armies, 10%, but we have to pay. I'll be happy to pay, as we were taking the shellacking last time from the Egyptians. I think they had discipline bonuses and whatnot. Their armies are competent. Ours, well, hopefully they will be better this time. We have more experience and I think more units on the field. Anyway, I'm going to bounce here, drop a unit, bounce here, drop a couple, bounce here, and then bounce here, declare the war. We just integrated Coriolan. These are Roman Hellenes. We'll take. We were importing quite a few goods from that client state. Let's see the status here. Yeah. Let's get an update here. We need some hemp from one of our clients. I'm sure there, well, I was sure there must be, but there apparently there's not, so we'll take it from ourselves. Okay, and that would probably also mean I'm gonna get this back in order, as it's probably mostly grain, but more to the point, let's see what's going on here. That's better. I see. Barbarian has ravaged our territories that we had been trying to acquire Roman pops and such in. We were just on the cusp of being able to colonize. It's no matter though. We can move these Roman pops who are holding up here off to this aspect and colonize all the way out to the day now, which I'm going to do immediately and get a claim going there. That also opens up a slot. I'm not sure what to do with it just right as yet. Oh yeah, I am. We're going to evacuate as many pops from this province as first. We're going to colonize out there, file a claim, evacuate as many pops as possible. When there's one pop per territory, we'll release it as a client state, Roman Hellenic client state, wait for that claim to hit, and attack into the day, hopefully annex the lot, and then let it integrate at a very, very expedited pace due to our diplomatic reputation and various boni to integration speed. There it is. Maybe I'll colonize the rest of this. I'm pretty sure I will. This is a bit Border-Gorish. I'm going to colonize that right now. It's better. Let's carry on. Well, I got my troops in place. There's some narration that was a dead mic. So rather than overdub it, I'll just leave it be. These guys are supply friendly. And I've moved up here and placed various units that are recovering their food enough for my taste. This guy's a merc. He can't drill. These guys are drilling. They're topping off their food supplies. I have this siege Taxus, the Legion of Magna Graecia, up forward here. We're going to engage this again. This is the near the place where we got our ward or distinction or lack thereof. This Trepida. In fact, I wonder we'll go get some support from the other half of the Legio Magna Graecia. That doesn't do any sieging, but fights rather well. If I put them all in one legion, it just eats too much and sucks up the supply limit, and then it eats even more once it goes that much over the supply limit. I looked up here and blew my great wonder money on the theaters in our newly integrated territories. The good news is there's not a lot of wonder building available. I could have built a supply limit, citizens and freemen, happiness.
And there's not much else there. At present, I haven't unlocked various things. Unfortunately, our vassal was created, I believe, before the Formulatic Worship, as this is Hellenic and this is not, so I don't know why this would assimilate or convert any faster than this, so therefore it must... Well, actually, there may be more pops. They're not really, though, so our vassal must not have had Formulatic Worship. And I need to create temples in these territories here in Torca and or, well, the steppe here. These should be Hellenic, although they're not, though, because he has converted them. So we need temples there as well, don't we? We do. And here he built a city there, a fort. We'll get rid of that. Do we have any forts in his territory? We have one here. We don't want it. Let's see. What do we need that? In previous games, when I come up here and conquer, I'll leave this fort just to interdict this travel, and I never use it ever under... I think I may have had cause of it once, and I have 5,000 plus hours in this game, so I'll just delete that and not worry. Who are you? Volumus. That's all the forts, and we just need temples now. So let's see. You are building a temple. These areas are all templed up as well. You need a temple there. A temple there. Temple there. There. And he just built this city right now, so maybe we'll move a couple of pops. Maybe he's Romanized it or Hellenized it. He certainly hasn't Roman. Oh, he has, though. There's an errant Roman there. One. Good for us. I wonder if there are any Romans about here. Bosporan. Not so much so. I would wager this area is wildly hepatic because of the populace. Such a... Yeah, it is. So we'll move any sort of random Hellenes in there. Just this... we'll put a Scythian in there, same. There's probably a bunch of Scythians in there as well, so we'd want to avoid any... Well, let's see who's in there. Scythians, yeah. So we want to avoid Scythians and take any other variety of pop. We have a Legion. We'll take this Aramazic Legion just because. And then the rest are... I said... Wrong religion. Yep. Well, we'll put the more Scythians in there because we need to tip the scales to Hellenism first, and then we'll get around to converting the culture and such. So there that is. What's the story now? They'll convert relatively quickly. So let's see. There's how many Romans? There's no Hellenes there, so we'd want to get some Romans first. It's not like we're going to run out of space. Bosporan. We'll get these Jewish guys in there as well. That's from the other city. That's from the other city as well. Another city there. Okay, so there are just not a lot of pops about that are not Sarmatian. We have these guys and the others in the cities. So that's that. And this area here, I imagine there are probably not a lot of Hellenes or Romans. Oh, well, look at that. We have all of our... Yeah, that's right. Well, there's no reason. There is a reason, though, because we want these guys out in this distal portion here to let that client, to create that client state. So we'll not do that. Instead, we want to have our slot 4. We have 1 slot available, and when do our vassals annex? No time soon, no time soon. Well, who knows when. 554, so no time soon. No time soon. I think this is next. 545, so in 5 years. Petros Mikros is no time soon. Well, actually, that is, though. Valorum is just created. We haven't even begun the integration process as yet. February. Okay, so good for me. We'll click that before we start the war. And Volumus, we can't integrate until 543. So we have 1 integration happening here, 545. So we have to use our slot to create this client state here, as I previously mentioned in the episode number preceding this one. Let's see if there are any pops that can move. There are some Cybelines there. And there's 1 guy that can come from there. So we'll get these Cybelines out and down to this area. That makes now for a grand total of 18 pops that we'll have to reintegrate if we were to release that. You know what? That's really not such a bad idea to do it right now, as I intend to declare war on Cappadocia and Armenia after this Egyptian affair. And you never know about the timeliness. Maybe it might present an opportunity, might present itself to where we could declare war on Armenia and Cappadocia during the Egyptian war. But we won't be able to create this vassal if a war is active. So I'm going to move some Romans. First of all, I'm going to move the capital to a territory with 1 pop, and preferably a slave pop that I can move out. So this area here, we'll make that the capital. We'll have, we lose 50 loyalty, it's 100%, so we can do that there. And all I need to do is come up with 1 Roman, send him here, and then release that as a client state. There are a couple of Romans here in Tarsus. Let's move the 1 from Tarsus here. Let's see, there we have that. Let's see, I think there's another city here. We can move the overpopulated Roman from Tarsus there as well, as long as we're here. Okay, so there's a Roman here. We can go there. And then we can go right here. And then move that Roman here. Like so. And then move that other slave out to this territory, so we don't have to reintegrate him. Like so. So that should leave a singular Roman right there. And who isn't necessarily Hellene. And now, what is the name of this territory? Tiantus. Let's go ahead and release that. There it is. We'll turn it into a client state. Begin that 10-year ticker running. And improve his opinion as well. The war is going to start shortly. So we will go, I say, go forward here to support this effort. Before starting the war, I found a Popularis here. I'm not sure. He must have switched parties while he was in office. Found Claudia Secunda. She has a 10 oratory over here. Aggressive expansion and party approval are very important. I never use this divine sacrifice, so I'm going to check her zeal. It's a 6. Claudia Secunda. Let's go down there, see if we can place her. There she is. We'll drop her down, let her train up her statesmanship and such. Let's see, you don't have free hands, do we? You do. Also have quite a bit of corruption deduction, although, yeah, how about you? Good enough. Well, why not give her free hands as well? We'll get more PI. How about you? 0.17, so he'll take a bit, but live through it, really. Let's see, Horus is 72. We'll give him free hands as well. Alright, we are about ready in 4 days. I sent this fleet off to deal with costs. And this fleet, I got a bit nervous due to my lack of forts and wonders and such in the area. So, what is that? Yeah, we can't delete those forts. The provenance is disloyal province. Alright, on we go. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. The truce should be over. It is. So we could declare war right now for, I say the war goal is in Greece. Good for us. I'm glad I sent that fleet back. And let's do it. And we have no longer importing various goods such as that, only that wood. So good for me. Let's head here toward the war goal. Land right here. Let's see here. We have mercenaries. And mercenaries in a singular legio that can siege reasonably well. So let's send that legio here. We'll send this fat merc stack down to his undefended capital. We'll send this merc around this way here. We can't go that way. But whatever the case, it doesn't matter. We'll go deeper as per plan here. And we have this merc not moving. We'll go deeper here as well. Could I force march? I don't see why I shouldn't, really. I'll redo that. We have this group, a couple of... Well, a merc. We'll send him down to occupy that. Siege Legion. That can head off to a fort somewhere. Whereabouts all those are? Fairly deep in. Fairly deep in, yeah. Well, perhaps we can just go over here as opposed to heading all the way down there and becoming involved in that madness. Or we could go down here to this provincial capital as well and then head here after that and get closer to these forts. We'll let a levy pick up this these capitals at some point. As for you, we'll send our siege legion forward here. Force march up there. The rest of this lot here, I'm happy enough to stay here and drill for now. Actually, maybe we'll move the cohort of Magna Graecia up forward here to protect his other half. That's everyone. Nothing so far, nothing and nothing. Looks like the forts are on low maintenance. Let's assault that. This one as well, let's assault it. We caught this levy out. Stack wiped him. We've occupied that provincial capital. Let's head down here. Actually, we'll force march down there. And then we'll send you down here. I'm asking for it, but not really. We have this is a large army. Couple of sieges popped. This one here. Okay, so this is our siege legion, but there's nothing really to siege. It doesn't really fight well because it's a Magna Graecia. So we'll send here, you can go here, and then these guys reinforce that effort. And we'll step forward here slowly, but ever so surely. Say right here. Where are you? We've done that. We'll take this capital. Or maybe we head over to this fort here. First we'll go to this capital. We'll call up a levy here. Force march into that capital here. Looks like Petros Mikros is deep down these corridors here. Unfortunately for the Egyptian. Should I deintegrate Macedonian while the deintegrating is good? There's a question. Let's see how many there are. It's sort of dragging down our culture. We're going to take a hit to some of our legion levels, but they'll be unhappy, but they're generally happy because they're mostly Hellenic. Well, not worry. Well, now let's do it. Thump. So now our Romans are happier. Let's check the size of our legions now, that some of them should be overdone. Greece is a bit overdone. Illyria doesn't really... Macedonia is considerably less effective, but they'll come around. They'll come around. Let's see what goes on in Macedonia. Those cities here, let's see. Do we have a theater? We do. So I'm going to diddle these cities here a bit, maybe try to get some Romans in and some Macedonians out to areas where there are not as many Macedonians. The question is, out to exactly where? That all of our Greek cities are filled, mostly filled, mostly filled, mostly filled. Yep, these areas here filled. Okay, so we can scratch that part. Maybe we'll just move Romans in. So there are a bunch of Romans here now. How about here? A bunch of Romans there as well. So I can move what Roman pops there are from these provinces down towards Macedonia. There probably won't be many. That's the city. There's a Roman mulling about here. Let's make use of him. This pop as well. So there are two. I'm going to repeat that process and essentially remove all the Romans from these coastal provinces, and march them down toward Rome. Let's see how there's a Roman there. So, 4 Romans. Where is that? There. That's where we're going. That's also where we're going. Senia. That's where those 2 Romans we just took are. Romans there. And a singular Roman there as well. Where's that? Okay. So on we go here. We'll take these pops from Scardona. What is all this going to get me? Probably 1 city. And we'll move these pops, any and all Romans. I could move them here or there to try to save. I'm not worried. I'm just going to go and grab all the Romans I can and move them to this territory for the sake of expediency. I have 4 Romans there. I'll probably be able to Romanize 1 city, but it's a start. Let's see, we'll have this Hellenic Roman there. We'll have a Roman there. There's actually quite a few Romans about. I wonder if I'm going to spend more money than I had anticipated or want to. We'll find out. So we now have 34 Romans in this area here. And they are moving down towards Macedon. So probably more will show up from the various areas in this province as well. Yep. I'm just going to move them. I don't care where they are. Maybe we go backward. Maybe we don't. It doesn't matter. It's a cheap... one goes backward. Who cares, really? So 1 Roman there. Couple of Romans from here. I'm not even looking at the board. I'm just keeping my eyes right here. Iberic Roman is stay in that city. Forward we go here. Let's have 46 Romans. Let's move them out. Okay, and another. So we can now go here. We've reached Macedon, or are close to the Macedonian province proper. That's a city there. If there's slaves in that city, I would imagine they don't really need to be there, as the ratios are correct, and I'm not going to build any aqueducts. So I can move Romans out of these two cities, I would imagine, as the ratios are essentially correct, and we'll replace them with whatever random territory pops are in these territories that are not Roman. We're going to get the Romans in this way here. Like this. I see these cities are partially empty and whatnot. There's space, surely. So let's move all of the Romans forward from any and all territories, cities or otherwise, in this province. So we'll get 3 Romans from there as well. Let's see, we have a Roman there, 2 Romans there, couple of Romans there, and then the massive horde, 46. Alright, so we can now move here. Our money is holding up, good for me. We have 60 Romans, alright. On we go. Okay, so what's your story? Quite a few Macedonians. So there's 15 Romans there as well. So these Macedonians, where can they go, really? So we have these territories which are Macedonian. We have these territories which are not, but our cities are full and generally Roman. Like if I look here, what's the story there? It's Roman. So if I move the Macedonians up there, where will they go? Nowhere. So I just keep them mulling about in Macedon and not worry about whether they assimilate or not at the pace, because I don't want to pay to move them up in here. I just don't care. But I do care about this city, and I want to move as many Macedonian slaves out as I can. There's 6. We'll move them, say, right here. We'll move those 6 slaves from Elmium out to the countryside, like so. Actually, there's some Romans there as well, huh? And the ratios are essentially correct. So if we move various slaves in, actually we don't care if they're Macedonian, do we? We do, because of the ratio. We want to make it Roman Hellenic. So we'll move that just because it's an... Okay, everyone else is Macedonian, so we're going to put as many Romans in that city as possible. And we're much closer to becoming Roman dominant. So now we can move here. All the Romans. And where are they? They're here. We have a bunch of money still left, 1,800 or thereabouts. Should have I saved this money for bribing Egyptian mercs? Maybe I should have, but now the game is a bit more spicy. So, let's see, more Romans here. And see if we can make another city more I see. Okay, so they're all here. Pella is now a settlement. These cities here have, this one is full up with mostly Macedonians, and mostly Macedonians as well. 6 Romans. So we can move Macedonians out to out south. We're going to move them south towards these Greek cities and whatnot.
Maybe I can build aqueducts. There are quite a few cities about here, and maybe we can get them, once we take this area from Macedon, we can house them, we can't, in these cities, etc. So rather than moving them north, as these areas, the cities are going to be full, and there's a lot of pops here that need to go into cities who are, yeah. So we'll move them south. All of them, any Macedonian in a city in this province here is going to Dium, and then here. I'm going to run out of money. Yeah, probably will run out of money, but we will have gotten this deintegration event off the books, and we'll be able to care. Let's see here. Pella, this is no longer a city. It's not relevant. Edessa is not a city. So there that is. So how many Romans are here? 6 Romans, and then there's 15, 6. So we can flip this ratio much more easily. We need to send, what is it, 9 Romans or 10 Romans. Let's do that. Where are they? They're here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that is now Roman. If we have any other type of pop than Macedonian, we can send them there, so they'll assimilate and or convert. But we don't want to do that right now because I don't have the most money in the world or the highest income, although it's high. I still need to place quite a few pops here. So this doesn't have much capacity. In theory, I could move a bunch of these pops out, but do I care at the pace with which these guys assimilate? Am I going to crack that 25 Macedonian dominant limit here anytime soon? No. So I don't really care. But you, on the other hand, this one is wildly Macedonian as well. How about you? It's overcrowded as well. So actually, because we moved the Macedonians. So we'll move a bunch of Macedonians here from Dium. 12 of them. Down we go there. So still wildly Macedonian, but less so, and we have more space. Let's find those Romans. There they are. I see. All right, and then Macedonians here, and there's a bunch of Macedonians here as well. Here as well. This will flip shortly. So let's finish out this move. We'll move a bunch of Romans to this city here, and see if we can just get back to warring and save ourselves a bloodbath of financial ruin here, because we've overspent relative to the need to do this just right now. So we have quite a few Romans there. Let's move some Romans here, and as well as well, we'll just move as many Romans as can go until this pop capacity comes in line. And there we go, we've done that. That's the only city here, right? It is. That's Macedon. This is ours. We'll move as many Romans out of Thessaloniki as is possible until that population limit comes in order. Or maybe we'll move some of this lot here, and then we'll move them all into Amphipolis from Kalindoe. I butcher these names regularly, never mind me. So on we go here. We'll have Romans and various sorts. We've done it. So let's check to see what we've done. We have 14 Romans here, and they will assimilate at some point. We have 18 of 23 Romans.
We have 12 of 25, 16 of 15, so that's Roman dominant. Why doesn't it show that? It does now. And you are 10 of 21. They will assimilate at some point. And that's the end of that. All of our population capacity should be in order except Pella. And just because we're here, we'll be overpopulate that just because. All right, back to what is that? We need aqueducts, clearly, and now we are broke. We've taken Memphis. Let's maybe force march here. These forts maybe are still assaultable. Let's see what we have here. I see. We'll turn that force march off and camp right here. No one has showed up here as yet. There's an army. Let's see what your story is. 3rd Taxis, 26 heavy infantry going to this territory. I wonder. I see. Who are you? Well, maybe we'll go. We'll go here. Because in theory, this unit should be able to proceed here. And then we can trap this unit between this army and this army. And this levy can siege or occupy that, and that to get us food friendly. We found the Egyptian Navy, and our Navy is headed here. Let's see. This guy's happy to mull about in that territory there with a level 3 fort. Our mercs have occupied these areas here. Let's force march down there, and we can force march here as well. Who are you? Levy. Oddly enough, we seem to have caught this guy out. I just placed a researcher and noted that there are quite a few populares that have a very high martial skill. I think they're looking to take over the place. But we chose a 7 martial skill, great family member who is not popularis. Looks like Kos is sieging down Harlecarnassus. Where are our allies? Do you do anything? Apparently he doesn't want to let that merc go. And he can't get access from Macedon, so he's happy there apparently to pay that merc. How about you? Mulling about detail, I see. These guys mulling about as well. We won that victory. Let's we'll head back here. We've taken these 2 capitals. I'm going to have both of these armies head down right there. These are moving over this way. Both of these armies to occupy that provincial capital. Alright, it looks as though there's a proper levy here. There's a lot of light infantry, so maybe we can force march down, and or maybe we'll just not worry. So it looks like this area is, there's no one there, so we'll head down to this area here as well. Deal with this guy. I don't want to backtrack, so we'll go right here and move forward. Have these armies pick this unit up. Alright, these units have indeed arrived. They have actually a fair clip of siege engineers between either of them. Let's go up there and do that. We stack wiped those armies there. Let's see, we're at 7%. There's no rush per se. We'll beat the siege of this fellow by a long clip, and then we'll sail over there and put it to him as well. We just dropped the Eastern Delta siege. Let's see, we have plenty of food. We'll We'll head down here. Looks like we'll take this Merc out, hopefully. There's a unit here, but we have these very large Merc stacks headed down. The Siege of Gaza is down as well. Let's see, we can head here to Petra. We stack wipe that Merc. We're good there. This unit is causing a minor degree of havoc. We'll not worry, really. I suppose we could force march down. Let's do that. This territory has fallen. This unit is short on food. I'm thinking perhaps we'll just have him go to a supply-friendly area. Say right here. And mull about. We have a minor addendum. I'm going to pay. And let's see, we have this occupation. We can roll in here. We'll see if this guy's on the prowl again. I'm going to assault this fort and see what happens. We've done it. I bet we could take him. We've arrived in the deltas here. In the not lower, but upper Egypt, right? Upper Egypt. And this guy has occupied a couple of territories. I sent this Merc down. He should deal with them. So why should I worry? I'm not. I'll go here. Just strolled in here, 49%. Just did the same here, 57%. Green flagged here. The siege just fell. We just got there. So let's go ahead here. Uh-oh. We'll just wait and then drill. This joker here is on the prowl. We're going to get him. This just fell here. I bet we could force march. I think I know where he's going, which would be right here. It's over for that army there. And what is going on here? Well, let's assault that and get on. I see our friend in Causus had a fair number of lucky die rolls here. Mr. 5 was at a -7. And our two very, very siege-heavy 11 strength 7 martial leads are ahead of him, I'll grant you, but it looks like a siege is down. Let's force march, because that guy is just luckier than one might think. I'm going to head down there to Kos. We're going to get there ASAP. We took this capital. Let's head deeper down. We'll get Bulimia as well. I think we could maybe separate peace with Bulimia. You know, that's a really good idea. Let's do that. I'm going to buy off this Merc here. Oh, where can he go? Well, we'll send him here. We're here. Looks like we're going to catch this troublemaker and deoccupy these areas here as well. We down the siege. Where can we go? Let's head here. That means we can send you there. These units have made it back. I'm going to bet dollars to donuts or whatever to whatever that this guy pops Halicarnassus right before we arrive. Let's head this siege taxus deeper in here. We'll head this unit back up to occupy these territories. We've got that troublemaker under control now. We caught this unit out here. We need to go here as well. I don't think we're going to make it down to Bulimia. That's assuming we have the diplomatic range. It seems at this point sort of like a waste of time relative to the speed we're acquiring war score. It looks as though we've encountered another Egyptian army. We're going to head over this way. He's going to make it here on September 10. We're here on September 1, so we're good. We'll not get stack wiped. And then we can... unfortunately. Well, where can we go? We'll go here. And
I suppose we could send a levy down. We've already used our levy. Where are you going? We need to deal with this guy. So we have you. It's reasonably close. Let's go here as well. Forced march makes that more equitable for us, I think. Boom, got an award or distinction, or we've done it. Our mercenary army has done it. Well, let's head down here. We should catch this army out. I think we... Is that? It's not, though. We've occupied that. Let's head back up in this direction. Do we have any supply-friendly hexes? Not really. We have you, but you are not. Yeah. Let's head up here. We're gonna declare war on Cappadocia and Armenia anyway, so we need to head up that way anyway. And you? He has a fair clip of food. Let's head up there as well. We won't have to pick him up. And you go up there as well. This mod I'm using that automatically picks a governor for me. It keeps choosing Popularis. So I'll do it manually. Oh, look at that. I think our vassal must have defeated Kos. So maybe we'll siege down this fort in Kos with our siege taxes as opposed to dispatching him. We just walked in this fort, 57. Will this fat merc stack make it down here before the end of the war? It won't. So let's go and garrison this, or stay there. Is this Kos at all relevant? It's not, though. The war is going to be over. I'm going to drop these troops here, and then go pick up the cohorts or legions from this area as well. Looks as though we've encountered that army that I was worried about. This one's on the prowl as well. This should close the war. We'll defeat this and then occupy that, and maybe dispatch these guys. This cohort, I'm sure, can do it with the help of this merc. So we can give 5 well-random cohorts to the governor of Lower Egypt. Oh, this one. Yeah. Well, that levy is sized. Let's head down here. Let's do that. We just walked in here, 49% victory. Let's group up here. We'll group up there as well. Another siege has fallen. Let's head over here. Get picked up. Who are you and why? I see. We're going to let this fall, and then that's going to be the end of that. We've done it. Let's see, we've occupied all of this, and our mercs are down there, right? Merc and merc, so we can disband them. Merc, we can disband him. Well, okay, he's going to be late to the party. Not worry, though. Okay, so let's come up with an equitable agreement here. We want to get close to the Seleucid and take the Ben stone, which is located here. I would normally be in a rush to get down here, but our vassal has already done it, and there's no adjacency we can get with Kush until our vassal integrates. So I wonder if we could connect these territories. We'll take that, surely. That leaves us a grand total of 9. Who are you? There. It's 100. Well, I'll take it. And I think we'll take the money as well. That gets us very close to our wonder, citizen, supply limit, and freeman happiness. And that should do it for the episode. The problem is we need to probably get theaters and whatnot going up here, but is there any rush for that? Maybe not. Maybe not so much so. That's nice. State, culture, and religion, 300. Well, we'll pay. Why not do it? Okay, so that is going to do it. I'm going to not build anything in our new territories in hopes of getting that wonder going, at which point we'll build these whenever. So our borders, let's see here. Petros Mikros annexes of 553, so 13 years out. We'll be able to file a claim on Kush and get that going. We now have these. I believe we still have the claim in the Western Delta. Well, we actioned that, didn't we? We also have the various artifacts. I'm sure we had, I think, 63. We now have 71. I know the Ben stone is there. There it is. It's Solus Oppidum. Okay. We also have there. Oh, look at that. The Crocodile of Crocodipolis as well. In Crocodipolis. There's some nice ones here. Base trade routes, we don't really need that. So we're going to take the Crocodile of Crocodipolis as well as the Ben stone. Let's see if we can find Crocodipolis. There it is right there. And there's a crocodile. We can build more stuff. We just have to pay. But the Ben stone, we don't have to pay. It's in Solus Oppidum. And a map. Where is that now? We've renamed it. We have. We've done it. So there it is. And we can take this out. And we will immediately place both of those in various areas of our own. They're at the bottom of the list. Ben stone. And the Crocodile of Crocodipolis. So next month, this our Roman capital province will get 2 more building slots as well as a plus 6 base capacity, which will get juiced by the various boni we have as well. I'll pick that up in the next episode. I hope to see you.